Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that often goes unnoticed: ADHD in adults. You know, when we think of ADHD, we often picture a kid bouncing off the walls, struggling to sit still in class. But the truth is, ADHD doesn't magically disappear when we grow up. For many people, those struggles continue into adulthood, only they often manifest in different ways. And because the signs aren't always as obvious, ADHD in adults can be easily missed or misunderstood. That's why I wanted to make this video, to shed some light on the often hidden signs of ADHD in adults. Whether you're wondering if this might apply to you or someone you know, understanding the symptoms is the first step towards seeking help and finding strategies that can make a world of difference. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first. ADHD is not just a childhood disorder. While it's often diagnosed in childhood, ADHD can, and often does, persist into adulthood. In fact, millions of adults are living with ADHD, and many of them don't even know it. They might think they're just disorganized, forgetful, or bad with time management. But the reality is, these struggles can be symptoms of a very real neurological condition. ADHD isn't just about a lack of focus either. It can impact many areas of life, from relationships and work to self-esteem and mental health. So it's crucial to understand that what we're talking about here goes way beyond just being a little forgetful or easily distracted. Let's talk about time management, or the lack thereof. Sound familiar? People with ADHD often struggle with chronic lateness and poor time management, and it's not because they don't care or aren't trying. Their brains just process time differently. Tasks that should take minutes might stretch into hours, deadlines seem to loom out of nowhere, and getting out the door on time can feel like an Olympic sport. This can be incredibly frustrating, both for the individual with ADHD and for those around them. But remember, it's not intentional. It's about understanding how ADHD impacts executive functioning and finding strategies to work with those differences. Another common struggle for adults with ADHD is difficulty in prioritizing tasks. It's like their brains are constantly bombarded with thoughts, ideas, and to-dos, all clamoring for attention at once. This can make it incredibly challenging to figure out where to start, what's most important, and how to break down larger tasks into manageable steps. Imagine trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle with all the pieces scattered on the table, but you have no idea what the final picture is supposed to be. That's what it can feel like trying to prioritize with ADHD. It's not about laziness or a lack of motivation. It's about the brain's executive functioning struggling to sort through the chaos. Okay, let's talk about impulsivity. This one can be tricky because it can manifest in so many ways. For some, it might mean interrupting conversations, making rash decisions, or struggling to control their spending. For others, it could be difficulty resisting temptations, like overeating or engaging in risky behaviors. Impulsivity can be like having a hair-trigger response system, where actions often precede thoughtful consideration. This can lead to misunderstandings, regrets, and strained relationships. But remember, impulsivity isn't about being rude or inconsiderate. It's a neurological wiring that can be managed with support and strategies. Finally, let's address the emotional side of ADHD, which is often overlooked. Adults with ADHD can experience something called emotional dysregulation. This means their emotions might be more intense, fluctuate more rapidly, or be harder to regulate than those without ADHD. Imagine feeling like you're constantly riding an emotional roller coaster. That's everyday life for many adults with ADHD. This can lead to challenges in relationships, difficulty coping with stress, and increased vulnerability to anxiety and depression. Remember, emotional dysregulation isn't a sign of weakness. It's a real symptom that deserves understanding and support. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. And remember, understanding ADHD is the first step towards managing it effectively. If you think you or someone you know might have ADHD, please reach out to a mental health professional for a proper diagnosis and support. There are effective treatments and strategies available, from therapy and medication to lifestyle changes and coping mechanisms. You are not alone on this journey. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, and managing ADHD is entirely possible with the right tools and support.